8,000 blocks. Why do you keep breaking it, sir? You broke twice. Fuck. Shit, okay. We're not gonna go through all that again, but yes, we will. Again, we know the way back here. We have the nether portal spawn. What are even my coordinates? Oh my god. Now what happens if I just go 100,000, like positive 100,000, negative 100,000? What would just be like the fun thing to do? Okay. That should... What? 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 Why? What the hell did that say? I'm trying to do mushroom stew? Damn. Please, game. There we go, okay. You have no home bed or was obstructed. Okay, cool. Structure. If this goes out bad, I can go to the the cabin. What? I'm sorry, you're telling me that's what? Oh, fuck. You're telling me I was this close? You're telling me I was this close to everything and I just said fuck it? Wait, what? Fuck. Y'all want to go on a crazy ass adventure? Alright, I have to use the bathroom really fast. We're about to go do something really stupid. Are you gonna hang out with me, Sush? Hell yeah, he my cat. Chat, we're gonna do something really fucking stupid. And yes, it is exactly what the fuck you think it is. Random pit stop. I'm pretty sure there's a Woodland Mansion. Yep. God, everything is so close to where I was. And I was just like, nah, we're gonna go on a fucking adventure. It was a 5-hour stream, could have been done in 20 minutes. If I just went the right fucking direction. Alright, cool. Damn. Okay. Hi! Hi, Jeff Joy. Welcome to the stream. How are you? Ignore everything what is happening. It's called I'm doing stupid shit because I was an idiot. So, we're traveling a couple thousand blocks. I'm God. I felt that. Good. Either way that felt. I was an idiot. I forgot to mark down coordinates to a woodland mansion that's thousands of blocks away. Because there was a 5-hour stream where we were looking for every single biome, not realizing there was ones within perfectly good distance. So, we're now going to travel to a woodland mansion. I feel the pain. And yes, this was all done in creative mode because I'm a bitch. So prepare for a little bit of pain. Because we're going to be here. If we're here until Christmas, it works. Because then I'm just going to switch out the Woodland Mansion with the Nether coordinates because I put a portal. I can tell you that. And we'll be able to know that this is my portal. Or this is my Woodland Mansion because I locked up all the LAs on the fucking stairs. I was about to say, Nether travel is going to be a lot more easier. Fuck, I don't have it on Bedrock. This is on Java. That sounds interesting, though. You just hear the fireworks just going. Oh god, where's the land? Casually re-breaks my game. Are you able to get Bedrock? I feel like I would be able to, but at the same time, I probably wouldn't want to go through that, because I think it's a different thing to get Bedrock. Chat, I broke the game. No one tell the ghost anything. Don't tell any of the ghosts. Don't tell Mickey Ghost, and don't fucking tell, Jay. Don't tell him that I'm literally just sitting. Am I even moving? Oh, now we zoom in. Let me change your mind. Surprisingly enough, I went in the right direction for like majority of. I'm so far gone. Ah! Okay. And oop, jump scare. It is correct. Gotcha. I will definitely think about it. But also, I go back to school soon. Am I gonna end up back in water? I just have these open. Jesus Christ. How did I go positive negative this entire route? I didn't even mean to do that. The biome was just builder. The biome was just builder. There is no biome. Oh. Cross-parent PC. I'm pretty sure. I don't know how, but I'm pretty sure there is a way. I'm gonna get thrown to the fucking ocean again, aren't I? Because there's a bunch of popular servers that do it. Oh, it's now a race against the clock to see if I can get there before fucking, fuck. Alright, now I have a goal to get to this fucking mansion for Christmas. I have 30 minutes. I don't know how. This is now a race against me and the fucking clock. Because again, I did not realize how close every fucking biome was. I'm somehow going up still. Did I break the game where I just have an infinite firework? Minecraft, please. Please. I'm not even offering a crumb. I just want to find out how to get back to that place. What you say? Oh, we moved an inch, chat. I love how just like waiting for Chunk to load. Game, please. I have 20 minutes. I want to get this done before Christmas. I want to be able to go to sleep. I just wanted to do a stream until Christmas. That's all I wanted. And we're going down. I've seen this dial move only a couple of directions. That's just every time my mouse has moved. I was like, damn, I just bought this and I feel bad for how, like, it's already almost gone, but then I was like, oh yeah, it's a fucking, it's like a sugar scrub and the fucking thing broke. So it's like, it's partially not my fault, yeah, because every time it moves, sometimes chunks just break off. I'm waiting just to fucking completely miss it. So I'm just waiting to see that dial just go, whoop. Why do I have 35 Discord notifications? I'm waiting for someone who's been through this hell to like come back and be like, why are we going through this again? It's like, we're not going through this again. We know where we're going. We just don't know how far it is. Because I was a dumbass and accidentally did the overworld coordinates instead of, you know, like a reasonable human being. And did the nether. Oh fuck, I called it. Oh my god. Oh, there it is. I said I was gonna miss it. Hey, man, we made it here before Christmas, and it stopped raining. That's actually not that bad of like of a journey. You guys are cute. I was like, what happened? Okay, so there's 6 of you. Here it is. Oh wait, I'm pretty sure this is spawned in like a terrible area. So we get to do more bed explosion. Never mind. Another woodland. Hardcore place, Techno's build, the Woodland Mansion. Yeah, I want to travel to the cottage core. We can do it. We have a better location. Let's go. Let's travel. We've proven that I'm actually really good. Woo! Yeah, no, did they actually get rid of that achievement where it's like, successfully trade with the villager, trade with the villagers at the building limit, jump on honey block to break your fall. Wanna feel you close when I lie with my bones. And don't look away. Oh Hannah, look at me the same. I don't wanna be your friend, I wanna kiss your lips. I wanna kiss you and I lose my breath. I wanna be your friend, I wanna kiss your lips. I wanna kiss you and I lose my breath. I need something nice, like flowers and blue skies. Follow you home. My lips are blue and I'm cold. Casual, just, you know, committing crimes to get to a location. It's fine. It's fine. No good nature is being destroyed. Can I destroy a lava source block? Random question. Nope. Oh yeah, no, this is gonna be hell, getting between all of this. Oh, hell no. Going slightly off course, but we're just I'm finding a better way. Like that. Nope, never mind. Oh, hello. I glided right... Ooh, glistening melons. I'll fucking take that. Everything else is not of importance. I'm in your eyes, my hand between your thighs. No, this can't be real. It's all just a dream. Hell yeah. Fuck it. Thank you. Also, this is like good practice remembering like where all my builds are located, like the biome wise if I travel to the nether. So this is honestly like good practice. And it's also like really How? How? How do I keep finding fucking bastions? Am I just a bastion locator? I have nothing to defend myself against that. I got nothing. I have nothing against myself to defend myself from that. I don't want to call it streamer luck because I don't have streamer luck because this is normal. This is just bullshit. This is just Minecraft fuckery. Dodge and weave, dodge and weave, dodge and weave. Nope. Thank you for joining the Discord! Ah, fuck. I didn't even realize I was collecting netherrack. This just works. Alright.
I roll with a crew of problematic bachelors, and we call ourselves the Squad.
Freedom. Fuck. Freedom! Just look for the insane amount. Just look for the insane amount of fucking nether. No, of glowstone dust that appeared. Yeah, so if anyone wants to practice flying with an elytra, just fly in the nether. Your fucking reaction times will peak. So it looks like some areas I've like flown through, but then the rest, because there's some areas that 100% were loaded in compared to the others that weren't loaded in. Oh hey, Merry Christmas. It's finally Christmas where I'm at. It's Christmas! Why? Why? They heard Christmas and they're like, here you go. I need a substantial like guide on how my Minecraft luck accumulates. Because we found out apparently I'm very close to the fucking biome it took us 5 hours to fucking find. hate when that happens. I'll be so close to freedom and the game's like, nah. I think I would keep track if I've seen anything. Am I just gonna... Oh my god, I'm gonna have a fucking... It's like I'm netherite mining. Game. Let me the fuck out. No, damn it. Night. Yeah, someone needs to 100% just needs to take my Minecraft, like, spawn rates of everything and, put that shit mathematically. I want to see how stupidly insane this shit is. And it's funny, because I'm not even looking for them. Hey, puppy. I hate fucking the sound the slimes make. I hate it. The funny thing is, I will never see half these holes again. Fuck. I sometimes forget how fucking blast resistant some shit is. Don't care, fuck this bomb. Hi, puppy. I got blackstone. I mean, hey, the nether chest is finally gonna have, like, be filled a decent amount. Good sir, please let me out of this hellhole. Figuratively and literally. Freedom. 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 Again, I will never see that goddamn hole ever again. Let me just get to the cottage, and then we'll end stream. Freedom. Freedom. Damn it. I thought this was a different song for a second. I was like, this is on this playlist? Oh my god, of course. We found it. I like lightning in a bottle. Can't let you. That's actually a cool effect. Is to be struck by your wrist. I made a path. I remember I did. I made a glowstone path around here. There it is. Yeah, the glowstone path. I somehow, like, dodged it. Oh, because you have to, like, kind of go up. Okay, yeah. But cool, we found it. We found the way back. Okay, yeah. So, it's just a lot more easier to do shit through the nether than anywhere else, it seems. Okay. I'm gonna message Wayward. And we're gonna try to edit a YouTube video tomorrow and then get it up by Sunday, because I'm trying to get more videos out on the YouTube, like, weekly. My bad. But yeah, okay. I'm going to sleep. Is anyone live? That's kind of the question. I'm not gonna upload that 4-minute one. Someone is doing, like, Cult of the Lamb, which is going on my list of games I'm gonna purchase tomorrow. There we go. We'll just go raid them. Yeah. Can I get a 100% raid? Yes. Alright, yeah. You won't be seeing me tomorrow. It's Saturday, and I don't stream Saturdays, but Sunday, we'll see what I do. I might do a Genshin stream. But yeah, we'll see how that goes. But yeah, I'm gonna go to sleep. I'm gonna change to something more warm. And yeah,